How are you?
Good morning. And welcome to the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on November the 5th, 2019. It's 9:31. Mr. Case, Case, can you come up and lead us, or Sam, call the roll, please?
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Mr. Laswell?
Here.
Mr. Rayhill?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
All present?
Thank you. Mr. Case, pass the praise. Thank you, please.
Yes, sir. Let me pray. Lord, I thank you for that we live in a country where we can be involved in the process of changing our government without having a war. I ask you to give us godly leaders who will do right regardless of what party affiliation is. I come against self-serving politicians who would work for their own benefit and not for the good of the people. I ask you to continue the purge that has already began. I ask you to cause Christians to vote for candidates who love the United States of America and will vote to keep our country one nation under God. I bless the people who will uphold our nation and our way of life. I curse anyone who would come against or work to undermine or weaken our country. I believe that you direct in the affairs of men, and I ask you to lead this body in the correct decisions to conduct our business as we may live peaceable lives. In Jesus' name, I thank you for the mercy you have shown on our nation. Amen.
Amen.
I would like to introduce my friend, Mr. Larry Coy. Larry is a veteran, and he's going to lead us in the pledge.
Thank you, Pastor Case.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Larry, and all the members of the room. Thank you all so much for your service.
I remember Larry walking down the football field with his wife 50-some years now. He left there, he went into the Air Force. That's the last time I seen him for a while and everything. He was in the Air Force for many years and everything. I do appreciate him. I remember those days, Larry.
You still got the same wife.
And on that same note, I had another comment. I'd like to thank Bruce, Kenny Harden. I can't remember your name. I swore your wife in.
Jenkins.
Yes, and any other veteran that's in the room today. Thank you all so much for your service. And we applaud you for what you've done and all that you gave to our country. Thank you all. Okay. Treasurer's report, Jan.
I have a treasurer transfer report dated for today, November the 5th of 2019 for your approval.
All motion.
Second.
We have a motion by First District Magistrate Mitchell, a second by Second District Magistrate Logston to approve the treasurer's transfer report. Sam, call the roll.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Mr. Laswell?
Yes.
Mr. Rayhill?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Presentation and approval of all bills.
Look for a motion.
Second.
You got a motion by First District Magistrate Mitchell, a second by Fourth District Magistrate Grayhill to approve the bills as presented. Sam, call the roll.
Mr. Laswell?
Yes.
Mr. Rayhill?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Approval of minutes for October the 15th, 2019.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Got a motion by Fourth District Magistrate Grayhill, a second by Third District Magistrate Laswell to approve the minutes of October 15th, 2019. As written, Sam, call the roll.
Mr. Rayhill?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Mr. Laswell?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Okay, our first presentation. Chief Pritcott and your newest, how do I say this, your newest officer?
Our newest addition.
Your newest addition. To the Mount Washington Police Department.
Judge Magistrates, thank you all for taking time to have us here today. We greatly appreciate the invitation. Very, very glad to add name to our agency. For those that don't know, Payne did not cost the city of Mount Washington a single penny. He was donated through our police foundation. Keith here, obviously, or not obviously, Keith serves on our foundation as well as a board member. Been up and running for just really 3 or 4 months, really. We've been working on it for about 6 months or so. All things, vet bills, all that were donated through other businesses and stuff. So other than our handler's salary, he really has not cost us any money at this point. He's already had a few good alerts, so to speak. He alerted on a vehicle a few weeks ago that led to a counterfeiting operation, and as I understand it, those individuals have been charged numerous times, so that's a great arrest for us. Our stance, once again, the city of Mount Washington is we don't want any crime in Mount Washington. Everything that we can do, we're going to do to address that. He certainly plays in that. We're certainly, I hope, a very good member and partner to the county as well. So he will provide resources outside of the city of Mount Washington as well. So if there's any questions or anything, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer those.
Just out of curiosity, how long does it take to, let's put this, to train someone to help you with this?
I'll answer some of that. I should introduce Jesse as well. Jesse's
Okay,
our
yes,
but the dog is about 2 years old. He's a single-purpose dog, which means he's just narcotics. He's not a patrol dog of any more fashion. You want to address all the training stuff before you
He was bought from Poland, from a kennel out of Tennessee. That's where we got him, was a kennel in Tennessee. They actually did the imprinting, but he's imprinted on 4 odors: marijuana, methamphetamine, heroin, and cocaine. And it's all based on a tennis ball. That's how it all starts, with small boxes with the odors inside, along with the tennis ball. And from what I've learned so far, it really depends on how well the dog adapts to the odors, and switching from the tennis ball to basically just looking for only the odor. I'd say a few weeks to get them imprinted, and a long time to get them, very well.
Great.
It's a never-ending process, quite honestly. I mean, like anything that we do in life, constant training and those kind of things. So I've been assigned a number of narcotics units and stuff in my 30-year career. And this dog has one of the highest fall counts that I've ever seen, and that is one of the most critical tasks other than the hand.
Any other questions?
You had a car show, how'd that go? I stopped by there and there were a lot of cars there.
The first event that Foundation hosted was this weekend at the City Sports Park, Mount Washington City Sports Park. We were expecting about 30 to 50 cars, and we're told the first year that's a fantastic car show. I believe the numbers are 203, and we made well over $4,000 thus far. So very happy with the foundation and the direction that that's going, and the benefit that it can assist our city and the county.
Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate what y'all do, because y'all got a day-to-day job. It never stops, does it?
Thank you. Appreciate your support.
Appreciate what you do.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. The sheriff, are you going to fill in for us?
Yes, I can just give you a brief overview of the tax plan.
Please. And you can use the podium if you want to. It's up to you.
That's all right.
Okay.
All right, we sent out 37,000 actual tax sales this year, for gross face value of $81,971. $81,971,827 was the face value. As of October 31st, 2019, we have collected 83% of that, for a gross collection of $66,153,442. And that's including a $1,336,000, which is a 2% discount. And that discount period, of course, ended on, or the conclusion of November 1st. So, we'll be distributing that to all the taxing entities by the 10th of this month. And Bullitt County fiscal court to expect right in the area of $4,659,000 on that day. So, and we'll continue our tax collection service. We also started with working with Stockport Bank to do a lock-box program. And that's where the taxpayers can go in, Stockport into the account, pay the taxes on their especially residents from Mount Washington up in the Hillview area, so they have to make the trek down here. So we've got a lot of positive feedback on this.
Can you give Sam a copy of that if you don't mind?
Excuse me, sir?
The lady here, the clerk, would like to have a copy of that if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Please, thank you.
I think that's all I have.
Any other questions for the chief? No? No, not yet. We'll get that through Mr. Porter's head. Okay. Thank you, chief. Judge Porter?
Yes,
You have a few minutes for your presentation on protocol.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing great. Good. And I will be brief because I have left a courtroom full of attorneys, and we know we have that many attorneys, nothing good is going to happen. So I promise. I started with the help of our county government. We started going on, we've been up and running about a year and a half. I've been wanting to come over for some time, but there's just never a good time for me to come over. But I wanted to make time to thank our judge and our magistrates. Thank you all very, very much. We started the program, we've been up and running, I'm going to say a little over a year, about a year and a half. It took us a while to get it going, and it's our juvenile drug court. And they have to be charged with a public offense in order to do the program. It's a diversion program, and you all have budgeted, I think, $15,000 a year. What that money goes for is for, believe it or not, drug testing is so expensive. And then also, we have a counselor on my team, and I don't know if you all are familiar with Stacy Sylvester. She runs the REACH program. She helps us along with two of her associates, and they work with these kids, and they work with them individually, and they also have group meetings that they attend. But that's where the money, the majority of that, well, all of the money, that's where it goes for. So we are not funded. We don't get any money at all from the state. We don't get any funding from AOC. Now, AOC supported me in that when I wanted to do this, I had to get their approval, and they were like, yeah, you can do it, but we're not going to give you any money. So that's why you all are so important, because without the help of the county, we wouldn't have the program. And when we first started, it was all volunteer, but especially my counselor, they put so much time extra into this. I really needed to pay them, and then also to pay for the drug testing. I never realized how expensive it was. It can range anywhere from $30, or if we want more of an in-depth test, up to $550. It's just really that expensive. So I have a team of people that are on this that help me weekly. We meet weekly. And on my team, I have the REACH counselors. I have Kristen Perdue, who is my county attorney. The county attorney has been very supportive of this program. DJJ, and also several service providers, Our Lady of Peace, The Brook. I have a representative from DPA, Court Appointed Attorneys, is what most of us know that as. And also have a police officer on my committee. Becky Franklin from Mount Washington is on there. And also have my CBWs helping with this. And they all volunteer their time. We do weekly meetings. We staff the kids. Right now, I only have, I don't take a great number into the program for one thing, budgetary reasons. And right now, I am the coordinator. I'm the one that handles all the paperwork. So eventually, what I'm hoping is that we'll have enough money to where we could have someone that coordinates it, and we can add more kids into the program. But we meet every Friday. The kids come according to what phase they are in. I've had 2 that have graduated already, and the way that I judge if it's been successful, I have not seen them back. So that's a good thing. And I have 3 young men that are in the program right now. It is confidential because they are juveniles. And you know, we have good weeks, we have bad weeks, but we hang in there with them, and we do everything in our power to see that they're successful. Sometimes they are not. We have had kids that have entered the program that just need more help than what we can give them, and we we've either sent into long-term treatment facilities, or sometimes they've had to go into cabinet care. But it kind of makes us aware of things that we wouldn't be aware of just by seeing them in just regular court. It takes about 6 months to a year for them to complete the program. Just depends on how they're doing. It's all up to them. And let's see, I made notes just to make sure that I hit all of my high points. I do have a group of volunteers, other than my staffing, that provide us with gift cards, incentives. All the research has shown that if you give these kids incentives, a positive word, that goes so much further with them. I'm trying to avoid detention, which saves us money. I'm trying to avoid that with this program, but that is something that can happen. But we do try to avoid that at all costs. And does anybody have any questions for me about that? That's kind of it in a nutshell.
Ms. Porter,
Yes, sir.
after they get through the program and everything, do you have any, say, any volunteers that follow up with them later, maybe a month, 6 months down the road, kind of see how they're doing?
Well, my counselor does that. She stays in contact with them, and then they also are aware, they can reach out to them at any time, and they're there to help them. And we have had some to do that as well. So like I say, if I don't see them, that's good.
How many juveniles are going through the program like at one time? Or do you have any idea how many get through it? When did this start?
I started it about a year and a half. I've only had 2 that have been able to graduate. But at any time, I can have up to about 6 or 7. That's about really all we can handle with the program, with what we have with the budget and everything like that. So right now, I have 3, but some leave for a while. When they come back, we let them come back if we feel like they can complete the program.
Okay.
So I feel like, and it's a lot like adult drug court. I think a lot of you are familiar with that. Sometimes they might not be successful right then and there, but what you're hopeful for is that you're planting seeds, that maybe they'll reach out, maybe they'll ask somebody for help, or maybe they'll use those tools that you've given them, and we maybe don't know all of the success that we've had. At least that's what I'm looking for.
I think one of the keys to everything is that you're caring for them, and they know that. And then they know they can come back, if they need help, they can come back and help. I think that's a really big plus.
I've accused one that I have right now. I think he just wants to stay with me till he's gone. It's like, I think I really do. I think he really likes that attention, that one-on-one, and it's like, I need you to improve and get out of here. So, that I think he likes that, having that support. So, anybody, any other questions?
Thanks for everything you do.
All right. Thank you all.
Appreciate it.
Judge Porter, thank you for coming over. Under new business, first reading and public hearing of zoning ordinance 2019Z-32, Warrenheim IWF Foundation, Inc.
Good morning. This is Planning Commission docket 2019Z-32. The applicant is Warrenheim Foundation, Inc. They are asking to rezone their property from ag non-conforming to B1 highway business. This is located on Claremont Road, and it's 1.59 acres more or less, and the comprehensive plan shows conservation. The Bullitt County Planning Commission held a public hearing on October 17, 2019. Based upon the testimony at that meeting, the Planning Commission finds the requested zoning change is not in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan. However, based on the changes in that area wherein 245 is becoming a tourism area, the requested zone would be more appropriate. The comprehensive plan supports this, encouraging tourism along Highway 245. Because of the testimony received at the public hearing, the Bullitt County Planning Commission recommends this zoning change request be approved and sends a favorable recommendation to Bullitt County Fiscal Court.
The first reading of Commonwealth Kentucky County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 19-22. The ordinance relates to change zoning of certain property from agricultural non-conforming to B1 highway business. The property in question is 1.59 acres more or less, located on Claremont Road, Highway 245, in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County to the evidence of public hearing of the Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission. Whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter, to set out 7 minutes. Now therefore be ordained by the Fiscal Court of the County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, more particularly described in the municipal records of the Planning Commission in document number 2019-Z-32, is hereby changed from agricultural non-conforming to B1 highway business. Section 2, this ordinance takes effect upon passing publication. Section 3, issuing section provision of prior ordinance to be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction. The remainder of this ordinance shall not be effective and shall remain in full force and effect. In first reading and public hearing, the regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 5th day of November 2019. Begin the second reading and vote upon the regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 19th day of November 2019.
Thank you, Rob and Felicia. Anyone here to speak for the zoning request of 2019Z-32? Anyone here to speak in opposition of zoning request 2019Z-32? Thank you all. Thank you, Felicia.
Can I pass these out?
Yes, you can hand these out, please.
The judge asked me a couple months ago to look into our fees that we charge for the applications for zoning department as well as buildings permits. And what I did was look at the surrounding counties, plus counties in Kentucky that have similar population to Bullitt County, and looked at what their fees were. We were severely undercharging what even the medium counties were charging. So what I did was look at what we were charging now, kind of looking at the highest, and we're not even in the middle. So these are proposed, the planning commission is going to discuss them either next week or in December to actually come into, kind of where the surrounding counties are. I have that worksheet if you all are interested in that, but I just wanted to pass this out to you all just to let you know that eventually this will be coming your way, because you all make the final decision. The planning commission will just make a recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you, Felicia. And the crux of the ask is because we are a fee-based community, the fee-based, what I'm going to say, agencies or code enforcement should be able to pay their own way. Action item number 2, the surplus items from the sheriff's office, the attached list. See?
On the list in front of you.
You have mine, I went through it.
You don't have anything left? Excuse me, you don't have anything left?
Just very minimal,
Just the good stuff, huh?
just the fair stuff.
I make a motion, we approve the surplus of the list of the sheriff's office. Second.
Got a motion of 4th District Magistrate Ray Hill and pass for second between 3rd District Magistrate Logan to approve the surplus list furnished by the Sheriff's Department as attached. Sam, call the roll.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lockston?
Yes.
Mr. Laswell?
Yes.
Mr. Rahal?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Action item number 3, request for Colt Lane closure. Robert?
Yeah, unfortunately, Colt Lane, if I remember close, is undeveloped, it was never developed when the subdivision was developed. This little section was about 40 foot long, and we're going to stop. And like Carrie did, put a committee together and everything a few weeks back, and the committee looked at it and agreed that it should be closed and took
I put it for a motion that we close that section of Coke Lane. But also in that, I want to thank Robert and Glenn and Cameron Casillas, because they worked on the committee and everything, also to help with this situation that we was part of do. So, gotta put that on the road.
Second.
Got a motion by First District Magistrate Mitchell, second by Fourth District Magistrate Ray Hill to Coke Lane closure. Sam call roll.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Longston?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rahel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Action requested to accept the road in Knapp Meadows subdivision for perpetual maintenance. It's Knapp and Leon Court. Robert?
Got an app, they have put the final service on, and both roads meet all the specs. I have all the measurements on them. Will be in my office. We'll get a copy over to you. Find out. You need. I'll get a copy of it on.
What's the name of the roads?
Knapp Lane,
And Leon?
and Marco.
I know where that is. It's a little cul-de-sac that is called, has its own name. But you have many others.
Knapp Meadows subdivision.
Right.
And right before the cul-de-sac in the back of that Leon Court.
Leon Court.
They put down off to the left there, it's that little cul-de-sac in.
You've got to put it on both of them.
Yeah.
We'll do it right.
What's the name of that road?
It's Leon Court and
Nat Land is the name.
Nat.
Yeah.
Knapp Lane.
And all in the specs and what you got.
They brought them up.
John, is that something we said today, or we didn't?
You can go ahead and accept it today. We'll do a resolution that was set out for the judge to sign.
And one thing on that one is, I haven't seen it on any of the other roads, half of it, a little over half of it's got curb and gutter, half don't. So I did want that.
It is not required by the county road. City of Mount Washington requires curb and gutter as well as City of Shepherdsville. County roads do not have to have curb and gutters. So it's not going to be an issue.
Well, I'll make a motion that we accept Nat Lane for perpetual maintenance.
Leon Court as well.
And Leon Court as well.
Second.
Got a motion by Second District Magistrate Logston, Fourth District Magistrate Ray Hill to accept both Knapp and Leon Court into the county maintenance system. Sam call roll.
Mr. Longston?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rahel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Motion carried.
And again, Robert, on the stone bids for the road department.
Yeah, they took a while to go through, we got one bid. Which is the same, we get every year, and pretty much the same as this one, so. They go up,
Is it the same as what last year?
it's within the nickel. But we did, so.
And that's picked up, that's not all of it.
That's us figuring it out.
Make a motion to accept quality's bid for, rock.
Got a motion by Fourth District Magistrate Ray Hill, second by Third District Magistrate Laswell to accept the bid from Quality Stone for the road department. Sam call roll.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rahel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Longston?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Action item number 6, the agreement between the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and Department of Highways in Bullitt County for the resurfacing projects from the governor's fund.
Look for a motion.
Second.
Got a motion by First District Magistrate Mitchell, second by Third District Magistrate Laswell to the resurfacing agreement. Sam call roll.
Mr. Rahel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Longston?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. To be in compliance with that agreement, we need a resolution 19-14 adopting and approving that execution of the agreement between Bullitt County and Commonwealth of Kentucky Department of Transportation.
Put that forward.
Second.
Got a motion by First District Magistrate Mitchell, a second by Second District Magistrate Lawson to approve the resolution for the agreement between Bullitt County and Kentucky Department of Transportation for the resurfacing of Sand Cove Road.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rahal?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Action item number 8 for the Bullitt County Extension District Board, terms in 12/31/2022, of Robin Tomlinson and Rick Hunter. I'll make the motion to reappoint them to the board.
Second.
Second by Second District Magistrate Laswell, Sand Cove Road.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rahal?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, take comments from, let's see, Terry. We're signing speakers right now because we need an executive session. Terry, come up.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, court. Thank you very much for the time. For those that don't know, my name is Perry Cook. I'm the executive director for Mark 12 Ministries. We are the ones that host the Bullitt County White Flag Emergency Shelter during the inclement weather in the winter. We did it last year. It was the first time we did it, and we're going to be doing that again this year. I wanted to just quickly inform you where we're at and kind of the progress in that. It's unbelievable that just a few weeks ago it was 80 degrees when I sat here and talked to you about we were gearing up for the shelter, and now here we are getting into the 20s and 30s at night. We are going to officially open the shelter November 17th, that is Monday, and we will continue to have that shelter open when the temperature is 35 degrees or lower until spring. Last year we went till the end of March with that shelter, and so we're expecting to be about the same. If you look at the Farmer's Almanac, which I put a lot of credence in, and then also the projections, it's going to be a long, cold winter. We've already received requests for shelter from individuals within the county, and so we are, again, projecting that we are going to be busy this year. This Wednesday, which is the 7th, after our community meal, which we host at Mercy Hill Church, we'll be doing our second volunteer meeting. So last Sunday we had a volunteer meeting where people came that are going to volunteer at the shelter to learn about what it's going to take and our policies and procedures and things like that. We're excited to have a lot of volunteers back from last year, and we're continuing to look for new faces. So if you know some people that would be interested in volunteering at the White Flag Shelter, we're open from 8 o'clock in the evening. We serve a meal. We have lights out at 10 o'clock, and we lock the doors at 10, and we're serving a shelter for individuals who are homeless until 7:30 in the next morning when we wake them up and hopefully provide transportation to a warm place. And that's something that we're looking for as well. Also, to let you guys know, we've come in formal relationship with the Reese Center in Louisville, Kentucky. The Reese Center is a drug recovery program. They offer a in-house recovery program that's up to a 12-month program. So if there are people that come to our shelter that are seeking recovery, we are working with them to get them to Louisville so that they can get into a recovery system. We're also, we have a young man from Healing Place who is a peer mentor who is going to be joining us at least twice a week at our evening meals so that he can serve as a mentor to those that come to our shelter with addiction problems. What we noticed last year is it really breaks down to 3 categories. We have people that are struggling with addiction, mental health, or a small percentage that just fall on hard times and they become homeless. But probably 80% of the people that we serviced last year, our guests, were either struggling from addiction or mental health. And so we're working very hard to have those resources available where we can help those people get off the streets and get into some type of environment that will help them. And so that's just to kind of give you an idea of where we're at. Again, November 17th. So if you encounter people that are homeless or looking for a place to stay in the evening, we are hosting again at Mercy Hill Church, which is 165 Joby Hall, which is right down here, the old Troutman building, until we find a permanent facility, which we hope to be in sometime next year. And also, this is a time that I will formally ask for support. There is a financial obligation that we have to do to make this shelter work. Last year, it was a few individuals that took that burden on themselves. As an organization this year, we're asking for the support from the community. We'll be doing some fundraising events, but we're also just asking as you come across either clothing or cots, or you would like to financially support what we're doing with Mark's Health Ministry, we would greatly appreciate your help. So, any questions?
Thanks for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, anything from the magistrates? Dennis?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm good,
Sean?
thanks.
Joe? I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session under KRS 61.810, parentheses B, and parentheses F, for litigation and personnel.
Second.
Got a second, by 4th District Magistrate Rayhill. Stand call roll.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rayhill?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Motion and second to go back into regular session. Stand call roll.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rayhill?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson? Motion carried.
Thank you. I'll make the motion that no action was taken in the executive session. Stand call roll. I need a second.
Second.
Got a second before District Magistrate Rayhill. Stand call roll.
Mr. Rayhill?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And I'll make the motion to dismiss at 11:04 on November 5th, 2019.
Second.
Got a second by 1st District Magistrate Mitchell. Stand call roll.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rayhill?
Yes.
Motion